Imagine a world not built of stone or steel, but of words. Words that ignite revolutions, shatter hearts, and build empires. They don't just express reality, they shape it. They whisper truths, weave illusions, and bend history to their will. But do we control words, or do they control us? From Plato, who understood that language shapes our thoughts, to Orwell, who warned how words could imprison minds, history has shown us that speech is far more than just communication. Words define your reality, your beliefs, your relationships, and even your deepest sense of self. And then there's Nietzsche, the philosopher who uncovered the raw truth behind language. To him, words weren't just symbols, they were a force of power, shaping perception, twisting truth, and determining who holds control. Today, we pull back the curtain on this hidden force that governs your world. If you're ready to see reality like never before, hit subscribe and like. Your support helps this channel grow, bringing more deep insights to you. Now, let's begin. 1. The psychological impact, words and the inner world. Now let's journey inward into the very fabric of our thoughts. The power of words isn't just about what we say to others. It's about the silent dialogue we have with ourselves. Imagine your mind as a vast garden. Every word you think, every phrase you repeat, is a seed. Are you planting seeds of doubt? I can't, I'll fail, I'm not enough? Or are you sowing strength? I will, I can, I am. Self-talk is not just harmless chatter. I always mess up. No one cares what I think. These words, repeated enough, become the script of your life. Socrates urged us to live the examined life, to question, reflect, and rewrite our inner narrative. Why? Because awareness of our words is the first step to transformation. Carl Jung put it perfectly. Words are capable of evoking living images. And those images, those mental pictures, shape your emotions, decisions, and ultimately, your destiny. Think about it. A single compliment can brighten your entire day, while one cruel insult can linger for years. Words don't just communicate, they resonate. They strike chords deep within us, stirring our fears, amplifying our hopes. But here's the secret. If negative words hold power, so do positive ones. A simple "I believe in you" can change a life. That's what Simone de Beauvoir meant when she said, "To will oneself free is also to will others free." The language we use, internally and externally, either chains us down or sets us free. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about recognizing that our words build the world we live in, both inside and out. So ask yourself, what stories are you telling yourself? What realities are your words creating? Are they lifting you higher or holding you back? 2. The social and cultural landscape, words as architects of society. Now let's step beyond the individual and onto the grand stage of society. Because words don't just shape our inner world, they sculpt the reality we share. Imagine language as the blueprint of civilization. It's through words that we build nations, define ideologies, and weave the narratives that bind us together. Consider the power of political rhetoric. Words have fueled revolutions, swayed entire populations, and justified both liberation and oppression. Michel Foucault understood this when he said, "Discourse is not life. Its time is not yours." He revealed how language, when wielded by those in power, controls perception and dictates reality. And Noam Chomsky, one of the sharpest critics of media influence, warned that propaganda is to democracy what violence is to dictatorship. In other words, language is not just a tool, it is a weapon, shaping what we believe to be true. But beyond politics, words are the threads of our cultural fabric. They tell us who we are, where we come from, and what we value. Edward Said, in his work on culture and imperialism, revealed that the power to narrate or to block other narratives from forming is very important to culture and imperialism. He understood that those who control the story control the culture. Think about it. Myths, historical accounts, even the language in textbooks and news reports, each one subtly influences our perceptions of the world, of history, of each other. And now, in the digital age, the power of words has never been more amplified or more dangerous. A single tweet can spark a revolution. A viral post can spread misinformation like wildfire. We live in an era where words travel faster than ever, shaping minds before truth can even catch up. Which means we all hold power. Every comment, every post, every conversation contributes to the collective narrative. The question is, are your words building a world you want to live in? If this resonated with you, subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's continue. 3. The Nietzschean Perspective. Unveiling the constructed reality. Now let's step into the unsettling world of Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher who didn't just question reality, but dismantled it. He exposed a truth most people are afraid to face, that the world we perceive is not an objective reality, but a construct, woven from language, shaped by interpretation. In other words, what we call truth is nothing more than a grand illusion, solidified by words we've long forgotten were just metaphors. Nietzsche famously asked, "What then is truth? A mobile army of metaphors, metonymies, and anthropomorphisms." He understood that language is not neutral. It does not merely describe reality. It builds it. Words start as creative attempts to make sense of the world, but over time they harden into unquestioned truths. This is the essence of Nietzsche's perspectivism. There are no absolute facts, only interpretations. And language is the very medium through which we construct these interpretations. But Nietzsche didn't stop there. He introduced the concept of the will to power, the idea that every living being strives for dominance, for self-assertion. And what is one of the most powerful tools in this struggle? Language. We use words to shape how we see ourselves, to influence others, to justify our actions. Think about it. Every success, every failure, every identity we assume, it is all framed by language. We are constantly telling ourselves stories, bending reality to fit our own perspectives. Yet Nietzsche also warned of the dangers within this constructed reality. He saw how language can deceive, how it can be manipulated to control others, but more dangerously, to lie to ourselves. The most common lie is that which one lies to himself. Lying to others is relatively an exception. We all create comforting illusions, narratives that justify our fears, our weaknesses, our inaction. And the only way to break free, to do what Nietzsche urged, to question everything, to strip away the illusions, and to recognize the power language holds over our thoughts and actions. 4. Taking control of your language and reality. We've journeyed through the intricate landscape of language, from its subtle influence on daily life to Nietzsche's radical insights on reality. But knowledge alone is not enough. The real question is, what will you do with this understanding? Because words don't just describe your world, they create it. And now, you have the power to shape that reality with intention. Let's start where it matters most, your internal dialogue. The stories you tell yourself, the words you repeat in your mind, are the seeds of your reality. Every I can't reinforces limitation, while every I will plants the possibility of growth. Instead of I always fail, try I learn from every experience. Because as we've seen, the most dangerous lies aren't the ones told by others. They're the ones we tell ourselves. Be honest, be kind, be intentional with your words, because the way you describe your life becomes your life. Now extend that mindfulness outward. Every word you speak has the power to build or to break. Choose your words carefully, not just to express, but to connect. Listen to understand, not just to reply. Speak in a way that uplifts rather than manipulates. And just as language can be used to control, it can also be used to liberate. Be aware of the narratives others impose on you. Recognize the language of control and reject it. Nietzsche urged us to become the creators of our own values, to transcend the limits of inherited beliefs. This applies to language as well. Become the Übermensch of your own communication. Question the assumptions buried in your words. Challenge the narratives that confine you. And most importantly, Use your words to construct a reality that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. Don't just accept meaning, create it. So, I leave you with this. What words will you choose today? What stories will you tell? And what reality will you build? The power is yours. Use it wisely. Use it consciously, and use it to create something extraordinary. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps these ideas alive and fuels more deep dives into the world of philosophy and psychology. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and keep questioning everything.